Okay, this is WWE 2K17's My Career mode. We're starting off with a video package about what it's like to become a wrestler and be at WrestleMania and be in the crowd and set fire to your name and pose. Anyway, this is going to be the first 40-something minutes of My Career mode over the course of several videos because it's very long. You do get to skip this eventually. Here we go. There's the performance center and there's learning how to bump and jump and lift and toss and flip and fly. Nicely done. There's Roman Reigns. Boo. Seth Rollins. Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose didn't go through NXT, obviously. And there's Brock Lesnar, who went through none of that. He didn't even get the Performance Center, but still, he's huge and he's a box office draw. This is how you start off. Shotgun drop kick into the corner on Sami Zayn. Finn Balor climbing to the top rope. This is just a regular NXT event, I think. Top rope. And of course, the coup de grace. Double foot stomp to Sami Zayn. Cover. 1, 2, and 3. Finn Balor walking away victorious as the NXT champion. And we're all very proud of him, obviously. Now at ringside, you'll be able to see the class coming into the Performance Center. The one in the center is my character, just named Matt. The other two are like Jaden Jet and Xander something. Jason Xander, I forget. This is after bypassing the basics of creation. You get to pick your name, you get to pick your look, you get to pick your height and stuff like that, but you don't get to create your costume just yet. Because you haven't gone through the Performance Center, you haven't gone through the rigmarole of different exercises and bumping drills and lifting and cardio and everything that goes into creating a WWE superstar ready for NXT. So here we go, next day, you get to go to the Performance Center. Now for the most part, I believe your character does not have a voice. You'll get to hear Matt Bloom or Jason Albert or whatever you want to call him. I think he just goes by Matt Bloom now as part of the Performance Center and being head trainer and stuff. And you get to go through tutorial. This entire bit is a tutorial. Just like you've been through for the past couple of My Career modes, get to go through just the basics against somebody along your skill level. And here's the hype up speech. This is how you haven't the talent that you have isn't going to make you a superstar. The Performance Center is going to make you a superstar. Blah 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 blah. I should apologize that we don't actually have the audio for this. When I was at the 2K press event, none of the videos that I captured came with audio. And that's because, well, I guess it's to do with the fact that all of the audio was coming through the controller instead of the actual TV and stuff. But hey, gives you something to look forward to. You get to hear the speech. Now, I'll be honest, I kind of sucked at this match. So, usually I try and go for Matt Denton as my create wrestler name, but still, I can't use Denton as a surname. Instead, I have to use Dublin or Duncan. More favored to Duncan because it sounds a little bit like Denton. not too much. Some of the moves that you get to use in this are pretty sweet. Your finisher, by default, this year, is a pretty sweet snap brainbuster. Which actually looks like a proper brainbuster as well, which I'm super happy to have in the game. I think... I don't quote me on this, but because my character is a big heavyweight type of character, he gets a different moveset than somebody who might be a springboardy light heavyweight or cruiserweight. Although you still have to unlock the springboard ability as you progress through the career mode. And there's an armbar. The submission system is a little bit different this year. It's still the same general idea, but it's less of a slip and slide mentality. Which isn't too bad in what I've played so far. Could take a little bit of getting used to because it's a little bit different. Small little feature right there, automatically jumping over your opponent to get to the corner. Pretty sweet, and he's emulating the coup de grace there. Nope. To kick out just before the count of 2. Jaden Jet has just gotten me right on the ropes here. And whoever that guy is on the left of the crowd barrier can go to hell, because he's like, I'm not interested in this. There's a new corner taunt. I didn't get a chance to look at all of those, but that's still pretty sweet to have in the game, and modified into a DDT counter. Nicely done. One thing I should note is that you won't be able to set your attributes until after the tutorial. I did get finished that match, by the way. It doesn't automatically do that. You get to finish the match, but I had issues with the capture device. You get another video package showing you more stuff and getting you hyped up and all this stuff. And again, skippable. And at this point, I believe... Yep. Samoa Joe comes in and you get to wrestle Samoa Joe, who probably holds the NXT Championship as soon as you come in. But this guy is a world-traveled superstar, Ring of Honor, that other company, and now NXT. You get to wrestle him. Part of the tutorial mode this year is the ability for the game to recognize if you're good enough to bypass NXT. Like, there are some superstars who get to bypass NXT. Like, Samoa Joe gets to go to NXT. Not saying that he's not good. He's just in NXT. Then you have someone like AJ Styles, who typically you would expect to go through the Performance Center, but he actually made his main roster debut straight away at the Royal Rumble. One thing that you may have noticed is the fact that you can't automatically counter a grapple or an attack on the ground after 3 or 4 strikes or attacks like you used to, which might make it a little bit harder online to counter, I guess, because you don't automatically get that counter, so somebody could spam stomps and stuff. I'm not really a fan of that, but it is what it is. I expect to see that probably patched in or something, I don't know. So, for the purposes of this match, just to see how it was going to work, I've turned it down to easy. That's why Samoa Joe isn't really putting up much of a fight. I wanted my character to get the upgrade to the main roster, see if I got a choice in the matter or not, and stuff like that. Mainly in this mode, I just wanted to see exactly how things came about. Because for the past few years, you've had Bill DeMott run you through drills, and then you get to go to NXT. Last year, you had a major tutorial mode where you got into a feud with Tyler Breeze and stuff. And this year, you get to wrestle Samoa Joe. And there's extra tutorial stuff after this, so it's not just limited to in-ring wrestling. Got a signature stored in the bank. And the signature is the Alabama Slam. Right here, I wanted to try and get him to waste his resiliency. If he had resiliency, I should say. Between the crate modes and honestly, up and down with a gutbuster. That's not a finish. We're gonna go for. Are we gonna go for that snap brainbuster? No. I think I was just trying to wear him down a little bit more so I don't have to do as much work. And Samoa Joe with that arm wringer into the camel clutch. He's catching up. Nice counter there. I'm not sure if that counter was in last year. Here we go. Up, brainbuster. Right on the back of the head. It's a nice little snap to it. Cover 2 and no! I believe that was the resiliency that I was worried about. Last year you could also kind of utilize an exploit. If somebody uses resiliency and they don't get up straight away, you can cover them again and actually get the 3 count. So it looks like that's been fixed this year. Now I just really need to beat Samoa Joe down and get another signature and finish. That's one of the new taunts towards the crowd. Gets you a little health buff, boost, something. Inverted suplex. Cover up for that. 1. No. Joe ain't gonna stand for that. There we go. He's kicking him while he's down. And a gut wrench suplex. What strength. That's something else that's new this year. You can actually seem to be able to utilize a wake up taunt at any time now just by pressing up on the D-pad, which is pretty cool. If you want to set somebody up for something, it's no longer just limited to charging up your finish. Another Alabama Slammer. And Joe kicks my character away. Come on, Joe. And knee to the head. We're going to charge it up. Give him another brainbuster. And on the head again. Cover 1, 2, 3. Samoa Joe goes down in defeat. Straight after this match, you kind of just like congratulate each other on a good training session. Bump fists. Joe has to go and just be like, damn, this guy's coming for my NXT championship. Jason Albert seems... Matt Bloom, I'll use these interchangeably. Not that it really matters because he doesn't stick around for too long. But he gives you words of advice, encouragement, as per usual. Okay, the next part of this is the promos. You get a little bit self-promotional tutorial. You come out and you grab the microphone, and this will be the first look that you typically get of the new promo engine, which is actually quite basic. If any of you have played Grey Dog Software's Wrestling Spirit, you may be familiar with the type of mechanics we're working with here. And you get another video package. Why is video package so hard to remember right now? But you get another video package talking about the importance of being charismatic and being a good promo with John Cena, The Rock, Enzo, and Cass. Well, not Cesaro really, but you know how it is. He's over with the fans. He's not necessarily good on the mic, but he's over with the fans to warrant a spot in that video package. In anybody else's hands, this microphone is just a microphone, but in my hands, this microphone is a pipe bomb. Let's get in the ring and cut a promo. Promo. For an audience of one. You get 4 options, each one with a varying degree of strength to it. At the top, you have a meter that tells you how well you're doing. At the very bottom, you have a meter that shows if you're a face or a heel, how far along that path you are. The question marks underneath, I believe, just tell you whether or not you're stacking boosts. If you get strong reactions, you can stack that up to different levels, up to level 5 or 6. The box shows poor choice. Don't really talk about politics in the company. You're breaking kayfabe. Stop it. Please stop it. You get a limited time to choose your line. I don't know what exactly happens if you don't choose. But hey, one of the cool things about this is that since it's all text-based, us YouTubers can edit in our own lines, essentially, using our editing software, which I think is pretty cool. You can get a little bit raunchier with it. These lines won't be in the game, obviously, because you can't actually edit any of the lines. But using, like, camera trickery, editing trickery, you can just put in whatever you want. Add your own charisma to proceedings. So now, we go back into the ring for another promo, this time a promo battle against Enzo Amore. And to anybody who's watched WWE for any length of time over the past year, you'll know that Enzo is just mind-blowing on the microphone. He has an undeniable charisma about himself, which definitely comes across on the microphone. There we go. Enzo's just waiting for you. He's like, I'm gonna chew this guy up and spit him out. So you get to start on this. And my first line actually goes over relatively well. It increases my heal bar as well. And Enzo does a little bit better, and his face bar goes up. At this point, I get a strong reaction bonus level 2, which boosts the top bar. Enzo doesn't get that, but he's still a little bit ahead, maybe evenly matched. His one says family friendly, which probably gives you a boost because you're a face. And now strong reaction bonus level 3. So I'm doing pretty well against Enzo. Pretty much evenly matched, I guess, at this point. Enzo himself doesn't have voice acting, so I'm assuming that everything in the promo engine is just text-based, which I'm fine with. It's not a bad thing. A lot of people have wanted more variety when it comes to voice, or not voice acting, to what is said in career modes or universe modes, and harkening back to stuff from SmackDown too, where it was all text-based, and SmackDown, I think it was all text-based until SmackDown versus Raw. So it's not a bad thing at all. Okay, here we'll notice that I'm now on SmackDown. That's NXT done with.